so it was delaying. So I'm just holding on for one more second because it's the first time I did this on this computer. It's coming. Setting up your meeting on YouTube. All right. And let me play it again so we have it on there. So I'm just holding on for one more second because also was recording me, huh? It's the first time I did this on this. Okay.
That's always weird.
Can't stand the sound of my voice. Can't stand it, man. Anyway, here we go.
So where would I add my vocal in if I want to add some vocal to it?
All you do is just add, see what, can you see my add track? And then voice.
Okay, okay.
And you would choose, like it's saying here, wants to use my microphone, allow it.
Right.
And
would it go at the end or would it go at the end or in the middle, or where would it start? Or just wherever I want to add it?
Wherever you want to add it, where it'll start wherever you have this, you know, your playhead. Okay.
So maybe I can come at the end of where Lady Vicky cut off.
Right.
Because she has Beyonce's voice at the beginning, so I guess I would come at the end.
No, it's not. It's not Beyonce's voice at the beginning. No voice at the beginning.
Okay, okay, maybe it's just a.
Yeah, I had accidentally played the song before.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. That's what I was thinking, that the song was there. Okay.
It's
so I might come in the middle.
It's on the top, but I muted it.
Okay, gotcha.
I turned it off so we couldn't hear it.
Okay, so I can just add mine probably in the beginning, maybe a little bit.
Yep. Yes.
Okay. I will do that.
Okay. And have fun at it.
Yeah, I can do. I can do a little voice.
Yeah.
I did a little something, and but I didn't do any voice yet because I got hung up in a bunch of other stuff. But I took the Smile by Kirk Franklin and I changed it up a little bit.
Yeah.
So yeah. So that's that smile. Smile. Right. I changed it up a little bit, but I didn't put any words in it yet. I might do it over the weekend. What I did want to get, I wanted to get a head start on what we're going to be doing next week. And, I have, hold on one second. I'm trying to get to the, let me take off the share. I'm trying to get to our resource page.
You can find it in the classroom.
Okay.
So in doing this, you have to have a feel. You have to have a feel for the song or the tempo.
Yeah. The tempo's already set for everybody.
Okay.
So it's just to have the same kind of thought, kind of idea.
Okay. Okay.
Idea of this particular project.
Okay, so when we click on the track, you know, like when I go on her track, then I would just record my voice. I know how to add the track and do the voice. Okay.
Right. Excellent. Absolutely. Oh, here it is. I can do it like this. I just want the link right this minute. There we go. And I can put that in there. And it's going to take us right to the tutorials. Here we go. And let me share this. Yeah, I wanted to, first of all, let you know that, the tutorial page has been updated.
Okay.
And, so we have a lot of cool things on it.
Okay.
I'm just making sure I got to the right one. Just a minute. Oh, it's on desktop 3. Where are you at? Okay, I'll try this one. What the heck? Okay, oh, I got the right one. There we go. If I bring it down, I might lose y'all. Let me see. Do you still have the share?
Mm-hmm. I can see it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we can see it.
Okay, cool. All right. On the resource page, if you go to Soundtrap, I put some nice videos on here.
Oh, great.
So next week, we're going to be going into how to create a podcast. And what I did was, when you click on the name, one of the videos I wanted everybody to see was this one, which is collaboration. Can you still see it?
No, your mouse is not moving on our screen.
Aha. Okay. Now you can see it, right?
Yes, we can.
All right. Can you still see it?
Yes.
Yes.
Hi everyone. It's about time to get to the core function of Soundtrap and start making music online together. After watching this video, you'll know how to get started with collaboration and how to use the text and video chat to communicate with your collaborators. So this is me making a drum beat using loops. When I'm done, I'd like to invite Adam to record a bass line. I click the collaboration tab on the right side of the studio, invite friend, search, and invite. Adam receives the request and joins the project. Now he can see and listen to my drum beat. Adam creates a bass line and adds some more production using the computer keyboard. I've got an idea for a top line, so I record it using my laptop and the built-in mic. By clicking the chat function under the collaboration tab, Adam can text me to share some thoughts on the music.
Okay.
So far, so good, but we'd love to add some guitar to this track and don't really know any guitar players. So Adam goes to the collaboration tab and writes guitar into the search window.
Oh, wow.
There he finds U1 and invites him to the project. U1 sees the invite and starts a video chat with me. This is a good way to try out ideas, since we can both see and hear each other. After trying out a bunch of melodies, U1 starts to record using an external audio device. Adam adds some reverb and other final touches. When I return to the project, I can easily find a mixdown of the song ready to listen to.
That's
see how-
good.
So it kind of helps you get an understanding of what the overall soundtrack can do. I have one other video I wanted you to see, and this is more towards what you're going to be doing next week. Okay.
So I can do my own music if I wanted to for some exercise class, because I did an exercise proposal through Pescaroni when they actually get in the building to have a facility versus trying to look for a lot of instrumental.
Absolutely. And when you do that, remember one thing, you're not going to get caught up with any kind of problems with copyright infringement.
Right.
See, so that's what one great thing that, you know, by you creating your own music. I mean, I'll tell you the truth, we've been getting hit. I didn't tell Jordan, we've been getting hit on YouTube with these songs being in our videos. I get a warning every time we do these videos, because we had Kirk Franklin's music in there.
Right.
And it wanted me to delete it, but it just said that there was no infraction. We just can't sell it.
Right. Right.
You know, I was like, okay. So they weren't mad at us or nothing, but it was like, we can't sell it. I'm not trying to sell it.
Right. Right. And that's done a lot.
Yep. And can y'all see this?
Yes.
You see my desktop?
Mm-hmm.
Welcome to this Soundtrap tutorial. Once you log in, you'll see this home screen. Click Enter Studio down below My Projects. From the studio, we can make recordings, we can add effects, you can export these to your computer. If it asks you to select a template, choose blank. We're ready to add a track. So click on this button here, Add New Track. Tracks are where you put the recordings. So if you had 4 instruments in your band and you were recording a song, each instrument could have its own track, and then you could add effects, separate effects for each instrument. But we only have one microphone, we have one input, so we'll add just one track, and we click on Voice and Microphones. We could begin recording, but first we have to set up our microphone, and I also want to point out that you have the choice here for different presets. Click on this Voice Computer Mic Enhancer. The 2 presets that sound the best for podcasts are Dry and Podcast. So choose one and then click the X. All right, we can't quite start recording because first we have to click on Settings from the top. We have to set up our microphone, so click on Sound Setup. It'll walk you through some steps. First, make sure the USB mic is plugged into your Surface or computer, then click Next. It should pop up as the default. You should see something like USB.
This is not the one. It said podcasting, but I wanted the podcasting one. I apologize.
I saw that because I was following you.
First tutorial will make sure that you get the information you need to get your podcast started. And we'll run you through all the features and steps to make it perfect. First off, you need to set up all of your hardware. Connect your USB microphone or interface to your computer. You can also use your headset microphone. You might have to change your input setting to make sure you've selected the right microphone, which you can do right here in your track menu. You can get to it by clicking here. And before you start, make sure to try everything out, just to see that it's recording. You don't want to record for 30 minutes and realize you've recorded a dead cable. Now, over to how to invite your guest. Your guest does not need a Soundtrap account. You can just set up a link right here and send it to them. When they jump in, all they need to do is select their input, enter their name, and hit Join Call.
Oh, wow.
Once your guest is on the chat, set up your tracks for recording here. Double-check your inputs and hit Set Up. Make sure that all of your tracks are record enabled by having this button engaged. Now, when you're all set, just hit record. Once you're done recording, don't forget to save your podcast because you don't want to lose it. Make sure that you don't let your computer go to sleep to avoid the recording cutting off and the project not being saved. And now let's jump into editing. Making it easier and more intuitive to edit your podcast than before, here is our interactive transcript tool. Click on Settings, Podcast Tools, and then go to the Transcript tool. Now, click on both tracks to get them transcribed. Once Soundtrap is done transcribing, the entire transcript will show up like a text document, and you will be able to read through it. If you find transcription errors, you can easily correct them by right-clicking and choosing Text Correction. You can also select what you want to edit and press the E. If there are some segments you decide you don't want in the podcast, you can delete them by taking them out of the transcript. You can also move them to a different location by cutting them out and moving them to another place. And look at this. When you edit the text, the audio will be edited at the same time. In the studio, you will find a lot of other features that will help you edit your podcast into perfection. Editing tools. Use Command-Control-E to cut in a region. Trim. Use the lower corners of a region to edit their length. Loop. Use the upper corners to loop regions. Volume. The volume knob is right here. Automation will change your volume over time, so if you want to fade tracks in or out, you can do that here. Adding effects like reverb, compressors, and EQs is done by clicking on the track icon and then adding them. Loops and sounds. If you want to create a jingle, you're free to use the loop library right here. And if you want to find sound effects or create soundscapes, you can search for sounds right here in the Loop tab as well. Here you'll find anything from creaking doors to bird chirps. Just drag the ones you want into the studio and place it where you want it. Once you're done, we're going to go to publishing your podcast to Spotify. Create a new podcast show and fill out all of the details. Remember to be as specific as you can to make it easier for your listeners to find you. Choose what episode you'd like to upload and fill out the info for that too. And don't forget to set your release date. You'll have to do this again for each episode you make. Click Next, review your release, and then hit Publish. Once this notification pops up, your episode will be uploaded to Spotify with the entire transcript. This will make your content searchable and could make it easier for your listeners to find your podcast through search engines. Soundtrap is also able to record up to 2 tracks using an audio interface. So if you want to record your guest in the same room, you can do that too. Start by connecting your interface to the computer. Connect your microphones to the interface. Now, once in the studio, set up 2 tracks by clicking on Add New Track, then click on Advanced to reveal your inputs. Change your input for your microphones. So for example, choose Input 1 for track 1 and Input 2 for track 2. Make sure that your tracks are record enabled by having the R button engaged. Finally, here are a few good tips to think about when you record your podcast. Close windows and doors to the room. Try to record in a room with more fabric, like carpets and curtains. Set your mood with light and something to drink. Avoid hitting the table too much if your microphones are attached to it. So, now you've gotten a brief introduction on how to record, edit, and release your podcast.
I hope that was that informational.
Yeah, pretty informational.
Mm-hmm.
You guys have been asking for it. It's here.
Thought I stopped you. Okay, I did now. Okay. So I'm going to make sure that that video is definitely sent out. Matter of fact, I'm going to put it in the, I'll put it in the link. Matter of fact, I'll put in the link. I don't know what I just did with it. Okay. This is a different, my other computer, so it's not, I'm not getting things where I wanted to get them. Okay. All right, but I'll give you I'll give the link to Jordan so that he can put it on the Classroom, Google Classroom.
Okay.
Okay.
able to access that video.
All right.
Nice question.
Yes.
And it's involving like I have my laptop and I was able to put on my little earphones and record the voice, and my voice came through okay. So I stopped by Brother Keith's apartment. He was asking me to look at his computer to help. He couldn't figure out why he was not able to get no voice. I thought he was just playing, but I went through the settings like they were showing in, you know, you click mic and stuff like that, and he had some little headsets you put on. You can hear the voice, but when he hit record, you couldn't hear nothing. And I checked all the settings. So
he has a Windows computer.
he does, and I think he said his computer's an old computer too, but still, yeah, it is Windows.
Okay.
Has anybody ever ran into that?
Say again. I'm sorry.
Anybody ever ran into that problem?
I'm an Apple person, so
We're both Apple.
Well, I'm Windows, and my daughter-in-law is all Apples. But
I have a Windows computer back there, and it's folded up. I don't use it much at all. But I was thinking about using it tonight just to play around with it. I said, nah, I'm gonna have enough trouble dealing with another laptop that's a Mac at the moment. You know, at the last minute. Now, if it was 2 days ago that I knew I was going to switch up, I was going to try to play around with doing this on Windows. But you said you checked all the settings, and
you could actually hear it. Recognized it, like he would plug it into his. It recognized it when he plugged the jack in. It recognized all of that. As a matter of fact, like one of the tracks song, he could hear everything through it. But as far as recording his voice, when you click add a new track and do the voice, it said recording.
Well, his headphone doesn't have a mic.
No.
Okay. So it might be the microphone's actually on the computer.
Right.
It's built into the computer.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes when you plug in that jack, it shuts off the speakers.
Okay, I understand. Okay.
You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It'll shut. I mean, not the speakers. It'll shut off the microphone because it's looking for a microphone. Like if you saw Jordan had a headset. Is that the ones you wear with the high head?
Nah, it's about the other pair that I have that's got the mic on it.
Yeah, it's got a little mic on it. You see?
Right.
So when you plug it in, if it doesn't have that
mic,
that piece there on that plug, then the computer might be thinking he just plugged in a headphone set with a mic.
Right.
Get what I'm saying?
So
is it a laptop?
No, it's a desktop. I personally told me to sit invest into a laptop computer. Because he says old. He says one that he had a long time ago, but it's got Windows 7 on it.
Say it again.
It's got Windows 7.
Well.
But you know, it was something he had from his.
You know, I got you. I understand. I ain't mad at him. I was like, whoa.
Well, he got it back from the ex after he divorced, and so he thinks that something might have been tampered with. I said, well, you know, you just probably should invest into another one.
Right. I mean, look, my other Windows laptop, I got that for $125, $127 plus the warranty. I got a 3-year warranty on it. I think I spent $250 for the whole thing.
Oh, really?
$150 for the whole thing, $150. And I bought 2 of them, one for me, one for my wife.
Well, I love mine. I got an HP, but it's got Windows 10. I mean, it's updated. It's a newer one. And then I've had a desktop, which is an HP. I've had it for some good years, but it still has a lot of up-to-date stuff.
Right. Mm-hmm. Well, you know, my desktop, my wife uses it as something to put her vase on. Literally, she uses it in the living room. She puts something over it and she's got stuff hanging on it. I was like, are you kidding me? She said it's still useful.
Yeah.
I was like, you know, but anyway, the going back to the what we're gonna do next week is podcasting. So you could actually, that's why I wanted you to look at that video.
Okay.
Because you would actually be able to check out that video and call up Lady Gray, and y'all can talk about, y'all can do two of them. You could be interviewing her, she could be talking about travel or whatever.
Okay.
And you could have interviewed her and you talk about massage therapy.
Okay, that sounds
You're a
good.
massage therapist?
No.
Oh, okay. I was wondering. Oh, my daughter is.
I play around with that stuff. My daughter's an esthetician, and so is my daughter-in-law. They live in Charlotte.
Yeah.
And I used to go to a lot of the little classes and stuff when I lived in Charlotte.
I got three daughters that are estheticians. One of them is, it has her own massage therapy place. She has three of them, one in South Carolina, North Carolina, and one in DC.
Oh God.
Oh, Alexandria, not DC. But yeah, she's off the meter with that. But anyway, and her husband just became a massage therapist as of last year.
That is awesome. I think everybody needs them.
Right.
Stress.
She's doing really well at it. So I've been meaning to ask you that since it's commercial.
I'm 50. I just turned 57. So I'm into
we're recording, right?
Huh?
I'm just playing with
eating. I'm into healthy eating, taking care of my body. So I started getting into skincare and esthetician and stuff like that, and massage and stuff like that. So I have a passion for that, to be healthy.
Awesome. So yeah, I mean, so you can do these things also for yourself, also help your daughter. Daughter and daughter-in-law.
Okay.
You can use these tools. Now, when we get, I know at the end of June, we will be off of Soundtrap and off of WeVideo, okay, and unless people want the paid version. However, you can download, if you want to write this down, it's called DaVinci Resolve.
I'm definitely gonna do that.
Hold on. DaVinci Resolve, and I'll put the link in the chat box right now. And this would be for video.
Mm-hmm.
And I know this is not a video class, I know, but okay, put it in here. And as far as audio, you can get Reaper.
What is it called?
It's called Reaper.
REA?
REAPER.
Okay.
I'm putting the link also in the Reaper is a little bit harder to use. But if you understand the concept, it still has regions.
Mm-hmm.
You got to turn on the track, you record. It doesn't come with any loops or anything like that. But you can record audio, multi-track, record audio, record keyboards and stuff like that. As far as what's a free software that would have loops and stuff?
A free software with loops?
Yeah. I haven't played around with it much, but Cakewalk. Hold on one second. Cakewalk is now free online. Remember Cakewalk Sonar? Oh, by BandLab, Cakewalk by BandLab is free. It's a free DAW. It's completely free, supposedly. Now they have an educational version, so I don't know what that's about. Maybe we'll play around with that. Dang, they didn't have that like 2 months ago. But anyway, let me give you. I'll put the link in there. It's called Band Lab. They're the company. Cakewalk had went out of business, and they're the company that bought Cakewalk. Cakewalk Sonar. What you remember Sonar? You ever heard of Sonar?
I know I didn't. I was never on Sonar. Yeah.
Cakewalk is a very old program. It was around when they were actually, I think, before Cubase. They were like one of the first ones after Digidesign Pro Tools. And then you had Cakewalk. Those were the two. And then Mac came out. Cakewalk was specifically PC only. They never had a Mac version for it. And just like you had, what was it? What was the other one? What's the other DAW that's for Macs? Mac only. It's Logic, and there's another one.
Another DAW? Oh, GarageBand.
No. Major DAW. What is it called? I don't know why in the world I can't remember. Anyway, there is a major DAW that's out. They make good audio cards too. I cannot remember the name of them, but they're Mac only also. Those guys were the first ones out, and they were free. I mean, they weren't free, but they were mostly MIDI, and then they went to audio because they were trying to fill the space because Pro Tools was mostly audio back in the day, and they had horrible MIDI. So all these other companies came out with better MIDI. So Cakewalk was live for a long time, and they were really good. It was like the FL Studios is now, where they came out like Fruity Loops, and nobody really cared, and then they turned it into, well, Cakewalk was like the Fruity Loops, and then they became Sonar, which was the Cakewalk version of, it was even with Pro Tools and the rest of the stuff out there. That was their premiere version. So now it's free.
God.
That's my point. So yeah, did you get those links?
Yeah, they came through.
I was Deborah.
Oh, my bad, Deborah.
Yeah, I wrote them down. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, I have checked my emails if I got, but I wrote them down as far as.
Because I was saying, you can click on them. You can click on those links and just put them in your favorites.
Okay, I will do that.
You know.
Okay, I'll do that.
Yeah. So, put those links in your favorites, and so you can come back to them. And I think you'll enjoy those. I mean, because that's what this is all about. This is an entry point. Using Soundtrap is an entry point to get you into these DAWs, better DAWs, and how to use them. And same thing with WeVideo. When we do the video classes, it's an entry point to get you to be able to use some really nice, they call nonlinear editing, NLEs.
Okay.
So NLEs and DAWs.
Okay, dokie.
Okay. Do you have any questions about next week? Did you have any questions about this, what we just did?
No, the podcast is a lot of steps. It's a whole lot to it to look like it.
Well, that was if you're in the same room.
Okay.
The other way they were doing it was you just let me do it here.
You in that collaborate, if you hit collaborate, you could pretty much do face to face. In that little square.
Yeah, but I don't know if I would do the video while I was recording.
Okay.
I don't. It depends on the speed of your computer, and it depends on several different things. Hold on. Oh, here they are. Okay, I have lost. Let me log into Soundtrap real quick.
Mm-hmm.
And for some reason, I got logged out. Oh, okay. I'm back already. So let's do this real quick. Where's my Soundtrap? Let me go back up to here. And let me share the window. And that's a share. Okay, so what they're saying is, let's try start a collaboration. Click on start a collaboration. No, we don't want to go that way because that's to write a song. Okay, so we want to enter the studio.
Mm-hmm.
Right here. Can you see what I'm doing?
Mm-hmm.
I'll enlarge this. Into the studio. And see where it gives you a choice, music or podcast.
Right.
So we hit podcast. We'll try that later. Okay, then see where I'm going to click on this blue up on the left side. On the right side, I mean, on the right side, look like the people.
Right.
Then I get an invite. And I can put Jordan Jones. So I can invite him in. And I can invite other people in.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Once he accepts, he's in. I just created an audio track for myself. And it's set up for voice podcast.
Okay.
Right. And then once Jordan accepts, I don't know if you saw that, Jordan.
Yeah, I'm joining the project from my phone.
Okay, cool.
Because I know on my computer I'm already signed in with because on my computer I'm already signed in with the MPI account.
Gotcha. Just something crazy to think about. Remember to turn off your metronome, but it was off automatically. But if you hear something clicking while you're talking, don't freak out. Just look at the bottom and turn it off.
Mm-hmm.
I think I sent it to your personal email.
Yeah, that's the one I'm logging in on. It's just because my phone, taking extra steps.
Gotcha.
All of that. All right. Should say I've accepted it now.
Yep, I see you. All right. So what I do is set mine to record, and I don't know how this is going to sound, but we should be hearing each other together, correct?
No, I think you have to call me. I have to have my microphone recorded too.
Okay. There we go. Okay.
Check 1 2. Can you hear me?
I can hear you over my speakers. Hold on.
I can hear you on my phone pretty well, and it's not much latency.
Really?
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Um,
So what happens when I hit record? Does it start recording with you?
yeah, mine's recording my voice now. I already have mine recording. You can. I
Okay.
don't know if you can see on my screen, but
Uh,
mine is recording now.
so we're both talking at the same time, so I don't know how that's coming out, but
Yeah, it should. So my guess is you're gonna record on your track. I'm gonna record on my track. Afterwards, we'll hit save and sync, and then you'll have a track, and I'll have a track. We'll both have both tracks.
okay.
That's my thinking.
So I'm gonna stop the recording right now,
Okay, I'm stopping mine too.
and we sync. And I don't have your track.
Probably because I hit sync before I hit save. Oh no, it's mine saving right now. Mine's saving right now.
Oh, there we go.
So I actually have 2 audios on mine.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Now I do. Now I do.
Okay. There we go.
So I'll play it.
Yeah. Pretty well. And it's not much latency. Not much latency. Mine is recording.
So we're both talking at the same time, so I don't know how that's coming out, but
yeah, it should. So my guess is you're gonna record on your track. I'm gonna record on my track. Afterwards, we'll hit save and sync, and then you'll have a track, and I'll have a track. We'll both have both tracks.
okay.
That's my thinking.
So I'm gonna stop the recording right now.
Okay.
I can hear you over my speakers.
Yeah, I can hear you on my phone pretty well, and it's not much latency. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, so there we go. We did it.
So transcript. So transcribe 1, confirm, transcribe track 2, confirm. Now you can only transcribe, I believe, on a computer. It won't transcribe. That's for a desktop or laptop computer.
All right. Yeah, you can do it on your phone.
Right. So right now it's actually creating the words that we said. Is that cool or what?
Yeah, that's extremely helpful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this mobile version, it's a little clunky, but for some reason it didn't pull up the app. It still has me working in a browser.
Really?
Yeah, and I have the app on my phone, but yeah, it's a little clunky. Like it's too much in such a little window. You really need the real estate that you have on a big screen for this type of
Unless you have the app. The app works good on mine.
Let me see if it looks different. Oh, probably because my app was a different profile. Yeah, different profile. Too many profiles in this thing, man.
Yeah, we have several accounts each. Inside of Soundtrap, and I get mixed up on which ones are which. So it's still transcribing. Oh, it finished number 1. Finished number 2.
Oh yeah, yeah. The app is close to what I was getting in the browser. Oh yeah. Okay.
It's still transcribing. One of them. Anyway, so once it finished transcribing, Sister Deborah, we can actually edit it. We can actually edit from the words. So if you shift around words and stuff like that, it actually shifts the audio files.
I saw that.
That is so slick.
Mm-hmm. It is.
Yeah. But anyway, I don't know if we don't want to hold up your time. Oh, there it is. Look, check 1, check 2. Can I help you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It even got yeah.
Man.
Wow. Okay, so that's mic 1 and 2 together. Wow.
Yeah, this was pretty good stuff.
So if I took mic 2 and let's say I want to make, there we go. I want to highlight that sentence. Okay, so I guess I got to cut and paste. Cut. Paste. See what it just did? Look.
Oh, wow.
That's dope.
So I cut it out of there and I pasted it there. And I'll take this, cut. Look what it did right there.
Wow. That's neat.
Not much latency.
And paste it here.
Mm-hmm.
So you can literally shuffle around everything you said.
Yeah. We'll hit save and sync, and then you'll have a track, and I'll have a track. We'll both have both tracks.
Mm-hmm.
That's my thinking.
And this is blank. We can delete that.
Recording
Bring
now.
this down.
Should so my guess is you're thinking. Recording now.
And then I can shrink that and bring that over.
I'm gonna record on my track. We'll both have both tracks. That's my thinking. Yeah, it should. So my guess is you're gonna record on.
Is that cool or what?
It is. It is.
So you can edit right from there.
That's neat.
Yep. So and obviously, if I want I didn't like this, just delete that. Boom.
Mm.
And boom, forget about it.
So there you have it.
Podcast.
Go ahead.
Podcast is neat.
Yeah, I think that's going to be really good again for your your daughters. You could be interviewing your daughters about their business.
Mm-hmm.
If you have the right questions, you already plan out the questions. They plan out the answers, that kind of thing. So you do a podcast and make it sound like it's you're just asking questions and they're answering it.
Right.
You edit that and they can put it on their website. or you can put it on sound. Did you know you could do that with the put it on sound
On Spotify.
Spotify?
I saw that when it was going through the tutorial.
Yeah.
Now that would be neat.
Yep. So you could put it on Spotify and you could send people the link to it right out of Spotify.
Another marketing tool for your business.
That's right. So that has a real good, pastor can actually teach a class or something like that, and have the responses, right there in the podcast, and do it as a podcast, so you can interview somebody.
That's right.
There's a lot of advantageous things we could do.
That would be nice.
Yep. So, are you happy?
Oh yeah, it's a good class. A lot of information.
Cool. Excellent. You have any questions?
No. I guess once we start really getting into it, once you look at the tutorial again and play around with it, stuff will come, I'm sure.
Yeah, we just did that podcast for the first time. So so you were saying it's hard, so we proved that it's not that hard.
Not that hard. It did a lot of work for you.
Yep. Our thing was just 2 records first. I guess we have to hit record at the same time or whatever.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And I don't know why I couldn't see him, or you said you could see me on the video inside, Jordan.
So I could see, I could see you on the video on my phone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't see it. It could have been because of the Zoom or whatever. But if we weren't Zooming, it probably would have worked much, much better.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, and the sound, even though we were on Zoom and everything, the sound came through pretty good on my phone.
Yep. So that's cool. All right. So we're at the top of the hour, and you have a blessed weekend. Are you going to be in tomorrow?
Yes, I am.
All right. We will see you. Randy should be there.
All right.
And going to get into it.
Yeah.
I'll probably be there and have to bow out because, I got to go over to the church. So.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
Yes, I'm excited.
Yes, ma'am.
Y'all have a good evening.
You have a blessed evening. Let me shut off these recordings.